Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Mustache MMA, and welcome to the breakdown, episode 1.2. We had another withdrawal from the Kattar versus Chikadze card. It's crazy. We've had like 11 cancellations or withdrawals on this card, so really bad start for the UFC. But anyway, we had Saidyokub Kakhramonov. He withdrew from his fight with Brian Kelleher. Replacing him is Kevin Croom. So we're going to go into that fight and break that down. So let's get into it. All right, so we got a featherweight bout here. Brian Kelleher, Kevin Croom. So we'll go over Brian Kelleher first. I did go over him in my very first video of the full card breakdown. Go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, Brian Kelleher, striking on the feet, his striking isn't bad, but, the accuracy isn't all there. But he does have really good power. If he is able to connect with one of his big shots, he does have the opportunity to put you down and or put your lights out in total and get that KO. He does have really, really good cardio. He's able to put on, deal with a high pace. He's able to, not gas out entirely. He's still all there for all 3 rounds. Also, really tough guy. He can take some shots and he can, take some chokes to a degree. He's not going to tap out unless he's totally done, or, he's going to fight to the very end, or until he's totally KO'd. Really known for his really strong guillotine. So, he pulls that thing. If he can snatch up your neck at all, he's going to pull that every time, and he's going to be successful with it a lot of times. So, watch out when you're, shooting in for those takedowns, because he will snatch up your neck, pull guard on the guillotine, and choke you out. His wrestling, he is really good offensive and defensive wrestling. We did see him really get out wrestled hard by Ricky Simone, but Ricky Simone has probably the best wrestling in the featherweight division. But we saw his last fight. He really did have really good offensive wrestling. He really, when he got it to the ground, his top pressure was really good. He had really good control to where, no submissions were able to be thrown from the bottom, and his opponent really struggled to get back up to his feet. So he does have that really good wrestling for him. I have seen in a lot of his fights when some fighters start to put on pressure and put on a really high pace, he does tend to struggle at times. When people are constantly walking him down, putting on high volume, he does struggle with that. He really wants to be the kind of guy to have himself, control the fight, put the pressure on at his will, and kind of not be at someone else's will. So he does struggle with that. Moving on to Kevin Croom, he has a really high pace, high volume type fighter, especially in that first round. He goes all out. He does go for takedowns a lot, and he's relentless with those takedowns. He'll constantly go after it. If you stuff that and they'll break, he'll go right back after that takedown. So, definitely Kelleher's got to be aware that takedown's probably going to be coming very often. He does have very good footwork on the feet. Bouncing side to side, good head movement. But you see that does really slow down significantly. Towards the end of the first, it slowed down a lot. And then the second round, even more. And the third round, that footwork and that movement is almost non-existent at that point. Going back to his takedowns, he's also very reckless with his takedowns, although relentless, very reckless as well. His neck is exposed sometimes when he's going in for double legs. He ends up getting in positions with his takedowns where he is in the bottom position, and his opponents are able to kind of maneuver and create a scramble, and then they get on top. Not the best with his takedowns, although they do come often. They aren't the most technically savvy. His gas tank, very questionable. Obviously, I said before, he goes out hard in the first round. He's in your face. He's throwing volume. He's going after takedowns consistently. But that slowly declines in the second and even more in the third. So I just don't think he really has the gas tank here to be able to get, a solid 2-round victory in. If it were to go to decision. Even being on about 3 days notice, late notice for this fight, that's even worse. He didn't have a full camp to prepare, so his gas tank is probably even more questionable at this point. Also, very hittable on the feet. Again, in the first round, his movement's there, his guard's there, but then that just slowly goes away, and then he's very easily hittable in the second and third round. So, it all kind of comes back to that gas tank and him kind of going all out in the first round and then like losing a lot of his fundamentals in the second and the third. So the official pick is going to be Brian Kelleher. I think he's probably going to get done by finish here. Kevin Croom on short notice. I think that gas tank is just so questionable. I think he's going to pretty much gas, and Kelleher is either going to wrap up the neck in some kind of guillotine on a lazy shot, or Kelleher is just going to knock him out with a really good punch on the feet. All right, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. If you agree or disagree with my breakdown, please let me know in the comments. If you have anything else to comment, it doesn't have to be about the fight. Let me know down in the comments, please. I'd love to hear it. Also, watch out for 2 more videos coming tomorrow. My best bets video. That's going to be my best bets for the entire main card. I'm going to go through each fight and give you the bets that I like. Also, my parlay plays video, where we're going to have a couple different parlays, some more conservative parlays, and some more long shot, juicy parlays we're going to go over as well. So, yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I'll see you soon.